It was bound to hit me eventually. That feeling in your gut where you just feel a bit lost. It's like when you open the fridge to look inside, even though you just checked it 2 minutes ago, hoping it would have changed. I knew it was coming. I just thought it would have come sooner. The post-marathon blues. When you dedicate so much time and effort to something over the course of 12 weeks, and then you wake up the next day and there's nothing on the calendar, the motivation to do anything is basically non-existent. But after a few days of feeling sorry for yourself, you start to find that spark again. The thought of running starts to excite you. So you get out your gear, put your kit on, lace up your shoes and get out the door. And then you think to yourself, what's next? All right, I hope you enjoyed that little piece at the start there. I thought it was probably fitting to put together something like that, as that's sort of how I've been feeling for the past few weeks post-marathon. And honestly, this time around, I didn't think that I would sort of get like the post-marathon blues, because it was the first time that I'd like gone out and hit the goal that I wanted to hit. And I feel like the post-marathon high just extended longer than usual. And then like a week later, it hit me. So yeah, I guess the past sort of 3 weeks, we're basically 3 weeks post-marathon now, have felt a little weird. First week felt epic, really good, like just so stoked to hit that goal and tick it off. The following week, I started to get back into running, ended up getting sick, so I had to take some time off. And then this last week has sort of just been like slowly trying to find the rhythm of running again. But I guess the big thing for me is that I do really, really well with structure. And so currently I'm not working with Andy, probably for the next few weeks at least. And then we'll start to build some more structure back in. But I thought it was important to take, 4 to 6 weeks off that structured training just so I can kind of do whatever I want. And it obviously has its pros and cons. But at the moment, just like, last week, I would wake up in the morning and be like, okay, I'm going to go for a run or go to 5K. And then you sort of start to play these mind games of like, oh, am I ready to run? Am I not ready to run? Should I be doing 5K? And so I think there's a couple of times last week where I did 2 or 3, 2.5K or 3K runs, just because I'm sort of like battling in my mind if I'm good to get back into it or where am I at. So I'm looking forward to a little bit more structure in a few weeks' time. I guess for the meantime, I'm just going to be taking it relatively easy. So I thought I'd use this video as probably one of the most asked questions I've gotten since I finished the marathon was, what's next? And honestly, I'm not too sure at this stage. I think like getting asked that question so much after just like completing a goal and going through a big block sort of like took the shine away from what I had done, and all of a sudden it was like in my head I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to do next? What's next? Am I going to go sub 3? When am I going to go sub 3? So I think that's why it's important now to sort of have some time off the structured plan and just get back to finding the enjoyment within running. So yeah, I guess what's really next is we're going to have another 2 to 3 more weeks off structured training, jump in with Andy in June, and then we'll probably work towards running a half marathon sometime either in August or September. I think the big thing for me throughout this sort of winter phase is going to be getting back in the gym and working on my lower body strength and stability, and how can I incorporate that to then help improve my running as we sort of move into spring and summer. So I think targeting a half marathon in August, September, with the idea of running under 90 minutes, with the long-term goal obviously being to run a sub 3 hour marathon. And if I'm being completely realistic, I think that will probably be a 2025 goal and not a goal for this year. But it'll be interesting to see how much I can progress throughout winter. I'm hoping to get like base mileage up to like 70 or 80 kilometers a week, ideally like 80 kilometers a week. And then that'll be a really good base to launch from no matter what it is that I feel like tackling. So that's sort of the short-term plan. But over the weekend, I went and did something that I'd never done before, which was run in a relay race. So I will let myself from Saturday talk you through it. All right, I'm doing something today that I haven't done before, which is run on a relay team. So the University of Canterbury Running Association Athletics Club, whatever they're called, they put on, it's called the Daniel Rees Memorial Relay, and we decided as the Floor 12 Run Club to enter a team into it. So it's a 2K, 3K, 1K, 4K relay, and I have somehow ended up in the position of doing the 1K segment, which I guess if you followed the channel, probably not my strong suit, but we're gonna give it a crack today. Anyway, should be a bit of fun. It's just down at Hagley Park, and it is run on the grass, which is gonna be quite interesting. So I've gone with like my lowest stack road shoe. This is the New Balance Rebel V4. Took them out for a spin yesterday. Legs are feeling pretty good post-marathon, honestly. So, yeah, today should just be a bit of fun. Come with us and watch us maybe come last. Who knows?
Nice one!
Go, Macca!
Woo!
Yeah, Hamish! Go finish, baby! Woo! Oh. So they actually just released our official results. So we were definitely just in it for a bit of fun. Oscar asked us to enter in a team, so I thought it was the least that I could do considering how much he's helped me over the last year. So we came 17th out of 19 teams, so not last. But our times were, so Chad ran the 3K, he ran it in 13:08. Jim ran the 2K in 7:20. I ran the 1K in 3:40. And then Hamish ran the 4K in 14:43, which put our total time at 38:51. And to give you context, the winning team ran 28 minutes, which was just absolutely absurd. So yeah, big shout out to the boys for coming along and jumping in on that. Especially to Hamish, he ran the 4K section, and this was on Saturday, which means that he would have been 10 half marathons deep when he ran that. He's running a half marathon every single day for the month of May, and so he incorporated his 4K segment into his half marathon for that day. So big shout out to Hamish. That's a huge effort, to be honest, and I'm not sure how he did it. I'm going to be working on a pretty cool video next week, which will be out, what's that, I guess in 2 weeks' time. Something that I've wanted to do for ages, but has been really hard to do with some structured training. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, you can follow me at Mack Dewar for updates, but stay tuned for a new video next Tuesday.